The Yellow Brick Road. This video does not reflect the actual views of real people. These are actors playing a role to entertain audiences. No persons or animals were harmed in the making of this video. Gosh, I love YouTube and I love Google.
Yeah, get off your fucking phone. I mean, welcome to the Yellow Brick Road.
It scared me. It's like, get off your fucking phone. It reminded me of school. I'm like, James, get off the fucking phone. It's like,
I just want to make sure the audio is legit first.
oh,
So,
tyrant.
forgive the delay.
The cursing. Well,
Why does it say a minute gone? Whatever.
you listen to your shirt and move. Move on.
It's because of the delay.
Maybe. Oh look, they caught your nasty shit on. Oh
Shit.
Well, it did.
That was like a bad sound.
I don't remember that movie.
He's eating lunch in the mall cafeteria.
Yeah.
Get the fuck away! There's like salad coming out of his mouth. Get yourself on my fucking lunch break.
Oh, the kids?
Yelling at the kid.
Oh my god. Oh.
One of the greatest comedies. Bad Santa. 8 point.
I feel like I'm watching
Old school's. It's a great movie. Alright, so
You're my boy, Blue. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
we're gonna be reacting to, how do you say his name? Zerbla?
I don't know.
Exerb 1A. Yeah. Gonna make a case that we probably don't. As in, the you doesn't exist.
Right, you.
Your body exists,
You
but
don't
not
exist.
not the you that's alien and in black driving the. Functions. All right.
You mean the
Here's argument.
brain?
Here's the argument.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Where'd you come up with that title, genius? On the fucking toilet? Well, yes, actually. And that's because today we're mainly going to be talking about consciousness and... Jesus, what the fuck? Fear! Fear is an automatic response in your brain to perceived scary shit. But fear itself is not under your conscious control. It is automatic, and if it's automatic, then that is not you.
Not that. First of all, great production value.
Oh, I thought the spider shit was...
Fuck my. That was fun. it's if I say it. You say it's fine.
I'm not saying.
Yeah, I like penises. I'm like, oh, I gotta
Bullshit.
I gotta get a carton of milk for my mom.
But what did you say?
I gotta get a carton of milk for my mom.
Bull crap. No, what's this? I don't know. You say something like, I don't know, man. You just say it, man.
What's up, resource? How's protein or muscle milk not?
It ain't. Muscle milk ain't gay.
Alright. So apparently fear is a involuntary reaction from the brain and the body.
Got it.
You got the initial premise. Let's continue.
Neurons are firing right Beep boop bop beep boop.
Oh shit, I forgot about that. We will get to that resource. Must do the walk away videos.
You mean when we walk away from explosions? Don't look back?
When people are walking away from the Democratic Party, I believe. H.A. Goodman walked away. Shoots guns.
Boom.
It goes like gun ranges.
Boom, boom, boom.
Nothing wrong with that.
Except it's like, you're my ex-wife. Bam, bam, bam. It's like, fuck, dude, fuck.
Let's hear a more detailed argument why we don't exist. Probably don't.
It is a thing your brain does, but it is not a thing that you do, conscious you. So presumably, there's stuff in your brain you don't control, and then there's stuff in your brain that you do control. Stuff that is you. Let's find out where the line is then, shall we? Well, for most of the day so far, you've been blinking and breathing automatically. Congratulations, keep it up, but now you're thinking about it, so you're doing it manually. Anyway, you'll forget about it in a few minutes, and all of that will become automatic again.
Well, again, I think you're starting on a purely ego level. Like, well, if I'm dozing off while driving on the freeway and I'm staying perfectly in my lane and doing everything correctly, am I not driving the car? Is there not a willpower to drive the car?
Are you really driving the car? Well,
maybe you won't know the difference between automatic ego function until you hit the fucking brake, so to speak.
Well, the brake hits you.
You need that just noticeable difference between your ego and your conscious/unconscious choice.
Or you just need that Humvee to come crashing behind you.
You're more than your ego. It means you're more than your brain. I don't even think the brain is the ego. Brain is not the ego.
No, I just use whenever I say brain, it's more of like a social.
The brain, yeah. Brain's like a next door neighbor to the ego. Sort of mix and mash.
Okay.
So that is not you. Okay, what next? Well, what about the things you like? Surely we choose those. Let's say your music taste, for example. Good music activates the part of the brain dealing with euphoric reward response, or the bit that makes you feel nice. Okay, fine, but did you choose to prefer Metallica over Beethoven, or over the blood-curdling sound of two cats banging outside? No, obviously not, otherwise you'd just choose to prefer everything. Even though you can choose what to listen to, the preference itself, what presses your musical, or foodish, or social buttons, is out of your control. So that is also not you.
I can't even really understand why I have to throw up the rock.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not your choice.
Oh.
Oh, well, what is your choice is the type of music. But the euphoric feeling is not your choice.
The wind fish. Hey. Nope, nope, nope. It's your brain. Yes.
Once again, I think consciousness gets lost, but we'll get to that.
Okay, so we'll push the line over a bit more. You don't control what scares you, you don't control basic survival stuff, you don't control what you enjoy. So okay, but at least you can choose what your brain is processing, right? Where to put your mind. Yeah, well, not always. If you're a native English speaker or just fluent in English, you're not choosing to understand these words, are you? They're just coming in and your brain is doing the work for you. Like, try to hear these syllables without the meaning. An adequate kitchen. A stationary football. Two cats reenacting a scene from the motion picture Titanic, having provided a rubber ring for the mice. An anthropomorphized dog off for his final exam before qualifying as a lumberjack. A man successfully combining his responsibilities as an accountant with his love of nautical tourism. A man with a hitherto unexplained eye condition attempting to play a piece of music on the abacus while not gripping the abacus correctly. And a doctor who is about to destroy a burger as well as the majority of his left hand with the help of, if I am not mistaken, a silenced Walther PPK. It's impossible because language processing, when you're good enough, is automatic. So
Bang bang.
But can't those be explained as remembering something?
Nope.
Like to where, like, let's say you played baseball for a long enough time. You're not really, as time goes by, barring your OCD, throwing that to the side. Yes.
Me?
Yes.
What do you
Your
mean?
OCD.
What do you mean?
Meaning analyzing each throw you make. Do better. More perfect.
You know what, man? Whatever.
Barring that, to where you're just naturally just out there throwing a baseball. You're not really thinking about what you're doing because you've been doing it your whole life. Now, to associate that with the brain is quite a leap, considering you have no clue what consciousness is. In fact, you've said that in another video. Someone came up to you and asked you what consciousness is. You said it, and you say anything but, I don't fucking know. Then they're probably full of shit. According to this guy. So with that in mind, you don't know what consciousness is, yet everything's associated with the brain in this theory. In fact, in most of your theories.
Seems like we're purposely leaping over something.
What?
And my answer, and consciousness, and...
No, it's even worse than that.
Oh, is it?
Because it's at the that's the first step, right? The question is, who are you? That's the ultimate question.
I'm an accountant. That's who I am.
That's the ultimate question of what he's talking about, is who are you?
I'm number 745 of the brigade, of tactical brigade.
Why are you afraid of certain things? Why do you like certain things? Those things apparently aren't up to you.
I instantly thought of Batman.
If they're not up to you, then there is no you there.
Instantly thought of Batman. I'm afraid of bats.
I mean, no offense to this guy, but
Right.
seems to be some of the videos I saw. It seems to be fantasizing towards like transferring consciousness into a robot body and us living forever.
It just seems like it's I don't want to assume either, but a lot of it's like I feel like a lot of the, I don't want to say these guys, you know, but a lot of the stuff I see lately is gearing towards that, you know. It's like, do we even know what that is? Like, do you think we're computers? We'll just download ourselves into a non-organic,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like I don't want to, like, how can I say this? A non-organic base form. Like, by organic, I mean, you know, I could be saying the wrong words here, but, you know, like flesh and, watery base. You know, it's metal now. Like consciousness is here, yes. Do we even know what that is? You know?
I think he subscribes to the theory that you can recreate the brain, not exactly the brain, but the neural functions of the brain.
Right.
That you can just recreate a person. We can recreate you by creating synapses, neurons and shit on this metal plate. Have it talk through a computer and it'll be you.
Whatever that is, it ain't you. Especially
Yeah.
if you get finished.
That's what I call. I mean, it's cool to think about, but
Well, it sounds like a sci-fi movie.
yeah, it's cool to think about, but I think it'll lead you nowhere really. Because that's not who you are. You are not your brain. Yeah. That's it, man.
Yeah.
That is not you. Okay, Jesus,
You're right.
but what about high-level stuff? What about playing instruments or driving a car? That must take awareness. That can't be automatic. Yeah, okay, probably, for the first while. But if you play an instrument, you may have noticed your fingers just know what they're doing, automatically. Or if you drive, you know it's possible to get from A to B in a car, and spend the entire time having an argument in your head with your dad, because he still hasn't bought you that fucking Etch-a-Sketch, while never actually thinking about changing gear or pushing the pedals.
Why can't the ego do that? Why does it have to be the brain?
Why can't you go out and buy an Etch-a-Sketch?
No.
Etch-a-Sketch.
Why can't the ego memorize things? Because once again, I think you're thinking in like a computer standards of there's a storage space and a hard drive where you're uploading all the information you want or downloading all the information you want. And when you use it, you're just uploading it or something. I don't know if I used that right, but whatever.
Well, so like what I said earlier, it's like it all goes back to some sort of like form of like mechanical-esque, you know.
In fact, when you want to be great at something, you want the brain and the ego sort of pushed to the side, where you're fully in the zone mode, where you're not thinking about it and you're doing it.
That's the goal, to get to there, you know. Like, let's say if someone, like, you know, is having a problem with, as far as like maybe like the mechanics of something.
Yeah.
You need to get to the point where it's just, it's just second nature. Now you just do it.
Yeah.
They don't got to worry about it anymore, or at least in the moment. So I call it when they enter that place, it's the zone. And then when they're done, they can just go click.
Think about an athlete. They're in that zone where it's almost like they're an autopilot.
Yeah.
Probably like a large glow in their chest. You can't see it.
No.
I'm sure there's like some large glow in their chest.
You can smell it.
Fucking space.
Well, I mean, you know, you can sense it. Food is on. There's some guys. Really, there's some guys are just. Here we go. Watch this. It's just all the time. It's like here he is.
Where it's literally on. I mean, I'm going metaphysical here. Here's woo woo for you. Just.
You would like this, like it's a gang. Like they don't do this in the camera.
Whatever.
They go like.
No, it's like this. They don't do this. Like.
No, you would no. It's this. You wouldn't like that. Like whatever. It's a video. They're all up in the camera. Like. Ric Flair's like this. He has like a chain. Has this on it. Look at it, man. Costs more than your life.
Either way, they're using what I would call I'm sure some psychologists will call it something else, but I use my words. I call it like a fire type of archetype.
Yeah.
They're on fire. This giant ball of fire in your chest. You're like, someone looks at you and you look back at them. They're gonna be like, what's he so fucking pissed about? No, he's there. He's in the zone. Everything else is just atmosphere revolving around that being at that time.
It's like, you know, I'm not saying it was great or not. Or I'm not saying it wasn't great or it wasn't bad, you know. I'm saying, I may have fucked up there. You know, for the love of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it might seem like that's just, you're seeing his depiction of it. That's for him. For some guys, it's just like noise, and they just indulge in it, but they're in their own, you know, specific type of thing.
Yeah. And using athletes as an example, there's also the opposite of that. There's nothing wrong with it. It's that sort of cool down, that calm coolness.
Yeah.
Where like, like they're throwing a fucking perfect game. They're like, why is nobody talking to me? What's going on here?
Yeah.
They're like just enjoying it, like having fun with it. And there's the guy who's like, what the fuck are you looking at?
That's Roy Halladay.
And it's not even about superstition. It's just, I'm in this right now. You're trying to step within my get the fuck away from it.
Like Halladay, like with every game, it's like, you're him. Everyone's like, rookie him, just sit down. And Ruiz is like,
yeah.
Like Halladay's reaching for that gun. He always keeps underneath. It's like, needs to sit next to him.
Yeah. It's that fire, man.
Guys, pulls that gun on us. Goes the season.
Yeah.
Don't sit next to him. He has it. It's there.
It's in fucking musicians.
I meant radar gun, by the way.
Yeah. Think of musicians when they're in that fucking space where they're, whatever they're doing, they're jamming. And if, like, you could take them out of their body and observe them, so, fuck am I? No, those are just your natural reactions. Fucking Mick Jagger strutting across the fucking stage. Just your natural shit.
Even
you're so in the zone, you don't realize what your body's doing, all that shit. And from the outside perspective, like, oh, fuck. Not their, it's because it's not their ego working; it's something else.
Mm-hmm. There's the Matrix. I got this.
Yeah.
I'm told what the zone is, and I'm doing it. Versus,
yes.
Stop trying to hit me and hit me. That's like a major mind fuck You know, it's like then he's flicks. You know?
Yeah.
Morpheus is like, oh, this is gonna hurt. Fuck.
Or even in the end when he becomes the one, whatever. Reality starts bending around him. Like he's fine, everything else.
What is it? It's not. Wait, what did a little Buddhist boy say?
The girl.
Whatever, man. Oh,
Like don't.
Like it's a girl.
Don't think about bending. Isn't really about bending your.
It was like. No, but yeah.
Another good example.
That's the thing I don't like.
It's
It's
a red
like,
pill.
like, how can you ignore that?
Red pill's about
It's like in sports, right? It's like, how can you measure?
I should ask Resource. That's Resource if he meant Democrats walking away, or if he meant like men walking away, like that shit.
We're supposed to walk
We'll
away.
do both. Fuck it.
You have to move on to trees now. That's the new thing.
I was gonna say, get your red pill. Not about the Matrix. Not about existentialism. It's
Right.
about walking away from women.
You know, man, we just did bench earlier.
Men, get your dick-shaped cars ready. Starting an army. All right.
So high-level motor
Can't measure
coordination, when you...
clutch, yeah. Like the statistics say, like, fuck this clutch.
Some of that is pure nature.
Alright.
Those are things I wouldn't call luck. I call that nature. There's like
My dad was like, he's like, watch this. Like, he didn't even know they didn't play. He was like, watch. Matt too. He's like, I told you.
There you go.
Like it's fucking birthday. He's in a home run, hit a home run.
Synchronicity. Gamblers rely on it. Alright.
practice it can be completely automatic too. Yeah, okay, but at least simple motor tasks are in your control, moving a hand or a leg or whatever. Yeah, or not. Very simply, Benjamin Libet did a fairly famous experiment with getting people to press a button randomly when they felt like it. He was monitoring their brain activity while they did this. The weird thing is that the brain seemed to be preparing to push the button a disturbing length of time before people were reporting choosing to press the button itself. There are problems with this experiment for sure, but it does seem a bit like the systems underneath you, underneath being conscious, might be way more essential than the conscious systems themselves. And
Yes, but you're thinking of conscious system, brain.
It's like we group them together. You know, I'm not saying, oh, you can't measure the brain. I'm sure, you know.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure you can. I'm not saying it's not important either. I'm saying it's very important. And like, you know, measuring certain things regarding the brain. Yes, sure, I'm all for it. But it's when we say, what? Like something we can't measure.
Yeah.
Like you can't. You can't do it.
Yeah.
It's not here. I say me, the consciousness. Our charts. That, you know, it's like, can't find it. We found your thoracic spine in here. What's going on?
Yeah.
It's like you can't measure it.
And what he just said about like the brain reacting before you make even harm or make your decision parts falls right in line with my idea, my metaphysical idea of free will. I don't think it's your ego saying make this decision left or right. Now, it may correlate with the self, really the true self. Yeah, of course, standing big and tall. I made that. It was me that chose to go left.
No, after he just got dumb benching 300, I did it. Praise me.
While it's standing still and the self moving, everything to make it appear like you're going left.
Like the self is
Maybe too woo woo.
It's like it's some sort of glass box and he's digging the dirt out of his face. Like,
No, over here. Wait, wait.
he goes like, see nothing here. It's me. It's me, I did it. Like the tag team partner wants to take all the credit. Like, I did it. I mean, we're both champions, but he didn't tag in the whole match. It was me, I did it. #1, baby. Go ahead.
Necessarian would say the janitor or the janitor in like the corporate office building.
Yeah.
I have this little lantern. Floors in here. Meanwhile, the CEO is way up there making decisions.
Yeah.
You don't even see it.
Choosing to do stuff is maybe just a game the brain plays afterwards to justify what it was already going to do anyway. Maybe. Okay, so fear isn't you, survival stuff isn't you, preference isn't you, lots of motor control isn't you. Christ, what else is going on in there that isn't you? Well, a fair bit actually. Like, oh, you know, balancing when you walk, or falling asleep and waking up, or remembering who you are, or where you are, or when you are, or fetching memories in the first place, or taking all of the perceptions that are coming in through your senses and turning them into a coherent picture of the world that actually makes fucking sense, or even just processing everything at the same time, or processing text, or perceiving color, or just pretty much anything. Most of it is automatic, or at least not mediated by you consciously.
Once again, a lot of that is true, is body function. But I would also throw a lot of that in the ego section. As far as memory, things like that, I believe the ego is the thing that creates time. The mental construct created by the ego. The ego is the only thing using memories in order to negotiate this world out here. Oh, I remember tigers. They eat people. Get away from them.
Yes.
But at the same time, I do agree that, say, sleepiness or fatigue of the body is, yes, it's a brain-body function.
I'd say so. See, that's
Also, ego plays a role there too, because of psychological things.
Oh, well, I meant like the act of
Ego
like,
needs a rest too.
Sure, but you meant like physically.
Yeah, physical sleep. Yeah, physical things need physical things. Plants need water and fucking sunlight.
Then there's like guys with like PTSD where it's like in their conscious. Oh no, can't get away from me here. Well, the dream. Just wait. Trying to go to bed, aren't you? Wait, you'll see it in your dreams too. Everything you've done, just magnified.
Yeah. And I've heard the idea that we almost become our own psychiatrists at night when we sleep. Even if we don't remember the dreams, we're sort of psychologically helping ourselves.
What's there? Like,
look at like people that are depressed, right? They want to fucking like sleep all day. They want to be in that realm. Much of this want to sort of work things out in this world.
I would say so.
Or it's just the brain. Give it pills and shit.
In my brain?
Give it medicine.
Yes, let's give us like, listen, this will help. This isn't human, but this is, now you. You're now synthetic. Synthetic happiness is around the corner. Yes.
Halfway through.
Is there anything in your brain that you do control then, you silly, clever mess? Yeah, let's start by you closing your eyes. Go on. Are they closed? They bloody better be. Nothing nasty is going to come up on the screen or anything. Alright? Closed? Cool. If you listen to my voice for a moment and just try to ignore how grating and pretentious it is, if you put everything else out of your mind, all the anxieties and the neuroses, all the sensations of your body, you will find that underneath all of that is nothing but awareness. There's no obvious you on the inside. There's no
Simulations of my character.
Huh?
Come back?
These are just for people who have their... For people who had their eyes open.
Oh. Alright.
Listen to my voice for a moment and just try to ignore how grating and pretentious it is. If you put everything else out of your mind, all the anxieties and the neuroses, all the sensations of your body, you will find that underneath all of that is nothing but awareness. There's no obvious you on the inside. There's no tiny cat pulling levers and pressing buttons. There's no center to being conscious. It's just presence. It's just awareness.
Wrong. They do this stuff with science experiments where they throw themselves to the side in order to coldly observe something.
Ah, what's it
It's
called?
like throw all your fears and anxieties away. It's like, wait.
It's being objective, right?
Objective.
Ah, okay, yeah, that's it. Taking myself out of the equation and like now we're not being human. Then what is that? What are you?
It's like, yeah, nothing there but awareness. Wait a minute. You're eliminating, not really eliminating, but you're ignoring parts of yourself in order to observe one part of yourself. And you're asking, where's the self at?
That's fucking weird.
I threw the self over here. I'm walking this way, and now I'm asking where the fucking self is. Like, well, you threw it away. You pushed it to the side.
So I consider
You're
this
in my way. I can't see.
It's say I'm you. You're the self. Except you, whatever. You don't look like me, but I'll be needing this.
Now we're gonna go see if there's a self.
You are interrupting me.
We're gonna throw everything away except the ego, and we're gonna.
You are a threat to my survival. Must make cold decisions. Now have extra food source. Dead carcass.
Conscience.
Must skin so it does not decompose.
Likes and dislikes.
Moral values? What? Right.
There are sensations and awareness of sensations, and then processes, probably most of them automatic. You, as a thing, don't seem to have a center if you look for one. You, conscious you, do not really exist, not concretely, to be very simple about it.
I consider that wrong too. It is concrete. You're just, in my opinion, going about it the wrong way.
And I don't smell like pickles.
It's practical, man. It's what's his name? Howard Beale in the movie Network. Like, God, why are you telling me this information? Why do you want me to be this prophet guy? The voice is like, because you're on TV, stupid. Practical. It's like you get the larger audience, so we want you to be saying
stupid.
shit. Yeah,
It's funny.
it makes it. It's practical. It's not some. Oh, you need to sit under a tree and pray for 38 hours straight, and then
wait.
you'll find enlightenment.
Stop. Just wait. You need to fold your legs.
I can't even do that.
Now, get a fade. Then, just wait.
Hold these beads. And
I want you to get a taper, because it looks good. Now, have your necklace around your wrist. Look very, very holy. Now I'm going to start sounding like my favorite people in the whole world. And now we're going to play this music, but not too loud. Very subtle, like my calls. We're going to turn the volume down to a 47 from a 57. Great. Make sure it's autumn. And if it's not autumn here, go somewhere else in the world. Looks like it's autumn. Season of dying, just like you. You're going to die right now. Again. And now, meditate. But go hum. Oh. Yeah, you great job. You know, people meditate when they're just listening to music too. You can't tell me how to meditate.
shower. Just thinking to myself in the shower.
No, you're good. You're good.
But
Actually, no. Just thinking to myself in the shower.
yeah, shit is practical. When you hear a song that you're like, fuck, I love this song, that's yourself telling you something. You're telling something to your ego. Hey, over here. That warm glow in your chest, those goosebumps, over here. Oh, I'm afraid of that. Or this gives me anxiety.
No.
So I was like, hey, over here.
It comes from the history of survival.
You throw those things away, you're throwing away the language that the self speaks to you with. Fuck. You want to see that movie Arrival? Aliens, they speak in emotions. Amy Adams touching this, feeling something. Language appears on it.
Yeah.
The aliens do the same thing. And she can see the future and all that shit.
Hey, bad.
Fuck.
I didn't even see
It's a really good movie.
I didn't even see it.
Really good.
That's really good.
If you had the eyes for it.
Like this, it's like you look like Kanye West because he was a dominant male in the past that you envisioned. That's it. Okay? He was a sensitive one in the pack. He wasn't a hunter. No. He was an artist. Yes. You envisioned to be that artist. There was a woman that you fantasized about. Did you want it to be him? Like, oh my God, calm down.
Dude.
Fuck.
Things like that. Like the physical urges, things like that.
I'm not saying he's saying that.
No, I'm just saying. The physical urges, the conditioning, all those things are things you need to break down in order to have that just noticeable difference. That when you're looking one way, staring at the same scenery over and over and over again, but one little thing over here changes. What's that? Fucking microscope that shit. Zoom in on it, and there's your difference. Maybe that leads to another difference. This, where you can separate. Here's me. Here was my idea of me. Or the world's idea of me. Or the world itself. I need to step back from that.
Yeah, look at yourself.
See a difference.
You didn't like those True Legend jeans. They told you you're supposed to like them. Look at you with that chain. Who told you to wear that? Not that one. No. Shit's like not even 2 pounds. Those Air Force Ones, who told you that you liked them?
They're knockoffs.
Well, look at you now. You realize, I just don't give a fuck. Who told you to walk out like that without the mask, man? Who told you to do it? Who told you to do it?
Batman. Alright.
That's it. That is the idea. Anyway.
That, man.
Go on then, open your eyes, you scallywag. Another automatic process in the brain might be the system that says, I am a thing with a centered self. There is something on the inside doing the experiencing, and it is me. But maybe there isn't. Maybe there just fucking isn't. And what then? Well, insulting sign-off followed by jaunty classical music. To wiesz, ne?
That was weird.
Oh, there's more?
Hang on a second. Look, even if you are kind of a lie, which you might be, me too, you are still self-aware, whatever happens. And that is pretty unique. We don't know how self-aware other animals are. Almost no animals recognize their reflection for some reason, except maybe some of the great apes, possibly dolphins, elephants, and magpies for some reason.
So, to determine whether something's self-aware is whether or not they're looking at me.
Like, listen, no, he's a Russian. Throw a mirror at him. No. It's like everyone's faced 80 feet away from the Russian. They just throw him a mirror. Did it look in the mirror? Did it look in the mirror? He's like, he says something Russian, like, what? It talks.
Like, I get what he's going for. But how would that be determining, like, let's say animals were so intelligent that they're like, I'm gonna go eat instead. Fuck this guy.
He's like, yo, Bill, watch this. See these stupid humans captured? I could tear off the face. Watch me throw the ball. Look at them oohing and ahhing. Look at them. Ah.
Or maybe they see the mirror. There's like, walk away.
There's also water. Bunch of shit. Anyway, like, imagine that. It's like, oh, watch this. They're gonna try to measure my brain activity with. Watch this. They just. I'm fooling you with my low scores, man. Leave me alone.
Maybe the cat's clawing at the mirror. They're like the dumb ones. Yeah. They're just the dumb ones. You just happen to find.
Even dogs too. Dog can be like this. If they knew I was more intelligent, they'd pop me up. Woof. Woof. Here, I need you to help me take a shit. Dumbass.
Sleep. Who's the dumb one now?
Hey, you cretin, pick up my shit. Do it.
Worry. Won't think it's my fault. Just a dog. They just
Just like how you thought your Cheerios tasted like that all along, huh? God tinkling. Yes, I know how to do it. Where I want, marking my territory, bitch. Like, I don't know, man.
Animals are weird. Very
Yes,
interesting.
yes, we are. We're separating ourselves from.
They might even have something far beyond people. That in the zone shit. Like, look at animals when they hurt themselves. Your dog jumped into a fucking table, walked it off. He's so in the now that he's moved on to the next moment already. That's what a lot of people are looking for with enlightenment, right? They want that.
I mean, I've seen him. Yeah, but sometimes I'm like, God, savage.
Yeah, you know,
he hit his fucking head on dinner.
It could be so moment that ends up being almost purely spiritual, where they're constantly in the zone.
I also love the idea how he's like, angry at me. Playtime. Playtime. Yes.
Alright.
But a bigger question is if there are other species in the universe, and there probably are, and if they've been around a while, and they probably have, are they self-aware? We always seem to make out that advanced aliens will have gone down similar lines to us, starting as cells, going up and up, building fast food joints, smoking doobies, etc. But would they be self-aware necessarily? Like, maybe evolution accidentally made some higher mammals on Earth self-aware because it's better for problem solving or something in this one case. Maybe it was just one of those weird drunken experiments nature undertakes sometimes, like platypuses or Winchester. Maybe we just got really lucky. This might be a one-time trick in the universe and we got to take it for a test drive. And that really gets one thinking, because what we need is a global holiday. And we'll call it Being Alive is Fucking Cool Day, where everyone gets the day off and just for a bit, even for a few hours, takes the time to remember that everyone you meet, however shit,
even the poor people? It's like, let's just ignore them. Everyone who has a job gets a day off. Have fun. Yes.
I think I see one like black arm. No, it's not even a black. Somebody's hair. A sea of white people.
Let's just go.
We celebrate. Even the African kid with one arm.
Even Magugu. Go ahead, celebrate.
They'll take a day off from being in extreme poverty.
It's like, Johnny, go play with your Captain America toy. Yes, Daddy. Mary, go play with your Cabbage Patch doll. Yay, wee. Magugu, go play with the dirt. Have fun. Go make your mud, man. The only thing you know how to do. It's like,
is kind of a miracle in plain sight. And on Global Being Alive is Fucking Cool Day, we'll all eat donuts and take leisurely strolls in the park and be cool to everyone, and around 3 o'clock solemnly put our hands on our hearts and pledge the following: that as the sperm that won the race, as the mud that woke up, as a blob of carbon currently taking the shape of a human, I do declare that the world is fucking cool and being self-aware is fucking cool, and I shall henceforth hold doors open for people and fill pints right up to the top with only minimal foam, and endeavour not to be a knob unless it's absolutely necessary, and I do hereby furthermore declare that getting bored in a universe this weird is unacceptable, and if that happens, I should probably take up the tuba or organise a water fight. We shall have bad days, yes. We shall have good days, yes. All the while remembering that most things in the universe don't even have fucking days at all. Even if it's all a facade, there is something on the inside that knows it's a thing, and that is the cat's pajamas. That is the veritable lobster's bottom. Oh, and there'll be hats and free beer and bouncy castles, and I will see you there, carbon units. Russivapur, Biob, now gutter for all.
creative. Fuck, dude.
And
Get me awake. Like, colorful. Yeah, I just gotta tell you, that turtle doesn't look right. A little too happy. He's like, keep fucking looking at me, bitch.
left on a high note, like a high note. It was we're a carbon molecule or whatever the fuck he said. We're carbon based. I made it in nature.
It's like, goodbye, jelly bags. It's like, hey.
That's all?
Hey, man.
All, man?
You know my name. You don't know what's up.
I will say, cool video. Very well produced. Interesting shit in there. Might put the brain on too high of a rank for me.
Also, when we equate it with.
I'm probably right. Dare to debate, which you probably won't.
Wait, what? Do what?
Debate.
What's that?
We can make arguments back and forth.
Well, why wouldn't they? Is it because the number 38?
Because we have 40 followers and
40?
40 and counting the other direction. Could be going down. But yeah.
It's not because we support Israel, right?
Hey,
So
I will debate you
no,
as long as you don't use someone else's ideas.
It's like,
as long as you use first-hand experience.
Like my phone indicates
without taking anyone else's word for it.
My phone indicates we just gained 200,000 subscribers because I said that. Not because we support Israel, right? Just kidding. Oh.
Fuck Trump.
Oh.
I voted for Hillary.
Deep state. Deeper state, right?
Trump is playing 8-dimensional chess. QAnon is awesome.
Wait. Trevor Noah is funny and intellectual. Kennedy.
OJ did it. I'm black. Fuck the police.
Whites are at it again.
Don't forget to subscribe. Leave comments. Definitely leave comments. I like to debate people. They usually run away after the. But I don't know if I'm actually making sense here. Give it a try.
No, don't show him. Do not show that thing. Don't do it.
Show us where our channel is trending. Hit this, the one that looks like this button right